Welcome to Honey's Kitchen. We're making sausage balls today. This recipe is so easy. It has 3 to 4 ingredients in it. And the fourth is cayenne pepper. So that's only if you want it to be a little bit spicier. I am out of shredded cheese. And you guys know that I make my own. I don't like using the shredded cheese out of the bag because it has cellulose in it, which I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's some type of wood particle, almost like a sawdust. So I'm not feeding my family that, but I'm out. So I've seen those cute little grinders that people are cranking and doing. That sounds fine if you don't have a messed up hand, but I actually need to have surgery on my hand and I haven't done it yet. So, but why would you want to work hard? Like, my mentality is work smart, not hard. So I've got this attachment. I've showed you guys in some of my other videos. If you've seen it, you already know what it is, but it goes to the front of my KitchenAid, and I've got some cheese that I've got blocked up. So I am just going to grind this and make us some shredded cheese to go in our sausage balls. The cheese sometimes gets stuck in here, so I'm just kind of trying to help it come out, and that's just because I had it sitting out for a minute, so it wasn't really, really cold. Sometimes if I put it in the freezer for just a few minutes just to get it really firm, I don't have to do this, but I didn't have time today because I want all my ingredients at room temperature. Just helps to mix everything together. Now, by all means, if you want to use shredded cheese, you can. That's up to you. It would be super quick to do it that way. So I've chose to use Jimmy Dean regular pork sausage. You can use the hot if you want. That is an option that they do have. But these are mostly for Lily, my 7-year-old. She actually loves these. And I don't want them to be too hot, but I do add just a little bit of cayenne just to kind of give them a little bit of a kick. So I'm just going to start by getting, usually these wrappers are kind of difficult. That one actually came out pretty good. I'm doubling the recipe. If you guys tune in to my YouTube channel, it will have the exact measurements on it. Okay, so that actually worked out pretty good. I'm using gloves. These are food service gloves that my husband uses when he processes our deer. I can't handle this on my hands. It actually feels really gross. So I'm just going to mash it up a little bit, and then I'm going to add the cheese in there. And then I'm going to wait to add the bisquick last because it depends on what's going on as far as like rain and humidity as to how much I put in there. But I don't want it to be super thick, and I want to be able to like make it in balls to put in the oven, and sometimes you can use too much. So I want to be careful not to do that. So we might add like a half a cup at a time and just look and see what it looks like. So just don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. You have to put a lot of elbow grease in this. It's not as easy as just buying the Tennessee Pride ones that are frozen that you just put in the oven. But these are so much better. And with the fresh cheese, they're really good. And they're really not hard to make. I'll usually freeze them so we can get a few out every morning for Lily when she's in the mood for these. This is a way that I can get her to eat a different kind of protein that's not a chicken nugget. Go ahead and put a little cayenne. Give it another mixer up. All right, so mix this up and then we'll take a look at it. This is coming together really good. I've got all of our powder, the bisquick that we put in here. And I had to put some more, but I've got it all mixed in now. So I'm going to get my cookie sheets ready and we're going to start making balls. I got my oven preheating to 375. So I'm just going to take my little cookie scoop and get some balls, just put on my sheet, and then I'm going to go back when I put my gloves on and just roll them a little bit, just so they're more of a round shape. So we'll do this, come back and let you guys see me do that. So once you got your balls just put out on here, I know I keep saying that, I don't mean that to be ugly, just give it just a little bit of a roll, just so they're all uniformed. This part goes pretty quickly. I actually find it pretty satisfying. We're going to put these in and bake them for about 20 minutes. And like I said, you can do the frozen ones, but if you've never had a fresh sausage ball, they're really good. But then you're going to not want to ever eat those frozen ones again, which is fine. Make these. They're super cheap, super easy. Put them in the freezer and pull them out whenever you're ready. I suggest putting down a piece of parchment paper. That'll help with your cleanup as well. Some of these are feeling on the small side. So we'll go back in, add just a little bit more mix to some of these because they're itty bitty balls. So we're going to start out with this. 20 minutes. See what it looks like. They're ready. My favorite part of this is how the cheese that's touching the bottom that kind of leaked out. And it doesn't do this if you use the bagged cheese, the bagged shredded cheese. It only does this because this was fresh cheese. If you don't like those crusty pieces of cheese, but those are my favorite part. If you don't like it, you don't have to put as much cheese in there. So just kind of tone back the cheese that's in the recipe. But that is like our favorite. You can kind of still roll them up. But we'll just pick those off and eat those first. We're going to let them cool before I try them. They're greasy, which, I mean, they're supposed to be. So I always get them out and line a baking sheet with some paper towels and then pull them off, and I'll just let them I'll layer them with the paper towels and let them sit there and get some of their grease off of them. So this is the little part that I said was my favorite piece. I'll do that one first. You can also halfway through baking, if you want to take them and turn them over, that'll kind of prevent that from spreading out if you don't want that. But that's my favorite part. So good, y'all. Okay. Who's stopping by to taste and clean up?
These sausage balls are so good. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks for stopping by Honey's Kitchen.